My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Virgos. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading of past, present, future, 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started on your reading. Okay. The general card is the Two of Swords reversed. Okay. Let's look at the first row, which is also your past. Start off with Ace of Swords, Death, and Ace of Cups. Okay, so what I kind of see here for you is, it's like this took place somewhere in the past, so maybe even this took place even way before this past moment. But you had a wonderful, beautiful, determined idea with the Ace of Swords, because this is different from the Ace of Wands, because the Ace of Wands is like wanting to both think about something that you want and hope and need and desire, but this is actually putting time and effort into whatever you wanted, need, and desired. So I find it very admirable. You're a grounded, down-to-earth, rational individual, so it's like I'm not surprised, if there's something that you really wanted that you thought, nope, if I want that one, item, idea, dream, wish, or whatever it is, I'm going to put time and effort into it, and not just will close my eyes, snap my fingers, and then hopefully it'll show up. So, I love this rational thinking. But yeah, when I look at these two together, the Death card, which is also one of the cards I pulled for the vampire, literally killed me off. The thing is I see that, okay, you have this idea, you're putting time and effort into it, but for some reason I do see that there's either something that's being retweaked or some kind of rebirthing moment that is actually giving you more abundance. So maybe this is actually you, actually thinking, okay, I'm going to maybe you had to end something with this sword and have it go through the process of having a death, rebirthing, and reviving moment, I mean. And, this is actually, when you actually had abundance and a new beginning in the past. Wow. You could have Scorpio somewhere in your star chart, or water of Cancer, Pisces, but I just see, that there's definitely something, some kind of, abundance and of some kind of new beginnings and stuff like that, because that's how that's, the Death card for me, because when I died, I got, reborn as a vampire. So it wasn't like I just, literally, died. I mean, he could have, it's like I did die, it's like I was there, collapsed on the ground, but then suddenly I was awake again with this. But it did not stop me whatsoever. So, the transition from the Ace of Cups of new beginnings and abundance, you do get in current times 6 of Cups reversed. This is kind of looking at the past in a negative way. Chariot, you're determined and you're moving away from something, or you're heading towards something. And the 6 of Wands reversed is all about a personal celebration. So maybe this whole Ace of Wands thing just, did not quite work out for you. Maybe you had to end something. Maybe you're kind of looking at the past thinking, well, why did I do this? I kind of have this resentment towards the past because, whatever this idea was, maybe it could have worked out, if I would have just tried a different path or a route or something, or an alternative plan of some kind. But for some reason, it seems like that, you have a bit of resentment about the past. Well, the thing is, sometimes it's inevitable. I mean, look at me. I just, grabbed the Death card and started talking about my past in a very resentful way. So I really understand if there's any kind of, resentment that you have towards the past. But you could even remind me personally, my beloved Virgo, to say, Gabriella, stop talking about the past. But the thing is, it's like I even have to tell myself that, every time, to think what's done is done. It's like, okay, you're a vampire, you were, this was an unforeseen circumstance, you didn't realize what was going to happen, but yet, I see you taking off to a personal celebration of some kind. I don't know what exactly, but, you're definitely, heading away from all the past negativity, and you're pretty much going to be having a beautiful personal celebration, because that's what the 6 of Wands reverse is all about, is that, you're pretty much, this could be like a personal achievement of some kind. This could be, that you're, enjoying, the Ace of Cups from the past of some kind, where you actually think, oh, wow. Well, whatever it may be. But I love the fact that you are incredibly determined with the Chariot. And that's what I'm talking about. So much passion. Now, when we look at the future, you do get Justice reversed, feeling imbalanced, Strength reversed, having no courage or strength within you, but you do get the Queen of Cups. So what I'm kind of seeing here is whatever, the transition from this personal celebration, it's like sometimes, when you're heading off into a different direction or a new direction, it could cause one to actually feel a lack of, confidence and self-doubt within them and feeling imbalanced in many ways. When you're about to enter into anything new, this is the unknown. Because this is you saying, okay, we're going to take off from whatever the past just didn't work. I mean, even, maybe for a hypothetical reason, let's say that you didn't have a rebirthing moment, but something with that Ace of Swords died, but yet you did and get some kind of abundance. And this may have not been a total wish come true kind of situation, but you still got something in return. But when you're actually heading out into something new, the unknown is always scary for a lot of people. And so when you're thinking, okay, I'm going to try out this way, then you're always having to think, well, what about the unforeseen circumstances? What could actually go wrong, But here, I think you're going to be very nurturing, loving, and caring to yourself with the Queen of Cups. So I think you're pretty much already, you know that something is going to be okay, or something very nurturing or loving is going to take place sometime in your future. Well, let's start doing some clarification. For the Ace of Swords, you get Queen of Skulls. Beautiful. This was you, man or woman, whoever. You were strong, you were confident in your own ways, but you were very stable, you were grounded, you were, very rational thinking, and that's why you wanted to actually put whatever this whole idea was into action. You were, you were ready enough just to actually say, okay, let's start, heading out with this Ace of Swords. Remarkable. I mean, I just think that, if you're determined about something, take action. Don't just sit there and think, okay, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. No. When the moment strikes, hit it really hard with this sword. And hopefully, it actually worked out, for the best in the past, I mean. Because for Death, you get 3 of Grails. So there's definitely either, love triangle of some kind. No, this is not really, a romance reading. But I do see that there was definitely, either support or, you had, still a celebration with this renewal, kind of a rebirthing moment in your past. And I find that very beautiful, remarkable. And, to be honest, it's like, okay, sometimes, you need to have a rebirthing moment, and then that is actually the moment where, that is incredibly profound, but it's more or less, something that just will really give you, really stability, but also clarity and stuff like that, to be able to say, wow, this new, retweaked moment was actually a very good idea to follow. Because, with the Ace of Cups, you get 9 of Skulls. Now, hypothetically, if this was a job, you put time and effort into it, and you pretty much got, a rebirthing moment, you were stronger than ever, and now you're pretty much getting abundance or more money in the past. Of course, it's going to give you fulfillment of the 9 of Skulls. So actually, it's not per se a fulfillment card, as it more is abundance, where you're more or less basking in a valley of flowers and pentacles and all kinds of abundance in many ways. So I'm not surprised if you got so much abundance in the past. Because, you put time and effort into it, and you had a rebirthing moment. Maybe, you came out stronger than ever, and then you actually got the job and position that you wanted. For 6 of Cups reverse, you're looking at the past in a negative way because you do get yourself as a hermit. So the thing is, it's like, okay, maybe I wonder why you're looking at the past in a negative manner. Is this something you just didn't truly want or put your heart or desire in, my beloved Virgo? Because the thing is, it's like, okay, it's pointless to be looking at any negativity. If you had to retweak something that was kind of against your own, better judgment, let's say that somebody, said, no, I'm going to redo everything for you, and you're just going to have to sit back, and then, I'm going to help you, get your abundance and stuff like that or something. The thing is I can understand that, if you felt like, the power was taken out of your hands, that, you pretty much just have to rethink, and you're pretty much looking at the past thinking, goodness, how could I have avoided this situation, right? But with the Chariot of being determined, you get the Chariot. So, whatever is not working out for you, whatever past resentment, any kind of negativity, I do see that you're heading away from this with so much passion, so much determination. Even though this isn't really Sagittarius card, Sagittarians are all about, the bow and arrow. They're the centaurs. You could have Sagittarius somewhere in your star chart. You could have Scorpio. You could have Cancer, Pisces. You could even, with the wands, you could even have Leos. or Aries somewhere in your star chart, but I do see that you're incredibly ambitious and goal oriented, and that's what I love to see. It's just, okay, if something in the past is not working out, it's just kind of bothering you, and you're just kind of rethinking with the hermit going up into the mountain and needing to have some alone time, I see that you're getting your ambition back. Well done, my beloved, beautiful male, female, Virgo, whoever is watching. That's what I like to see. For Six of Wands, you get a personal celebration because you get the second Six of Grails. So obviously, it's like maybe, you had to do some internal thinking, some introspection of some kind. You have to kind of, you'll go within to actually think, actually the past wasn't all that bad. Okay, sometimes, I had to have a rebirthing moment, but actually that gave me a personal celebration because I did get the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So a new beginning and abundance. So sometimes, when you're hit with all these unexpected changes, even if they are positive, sometimes it takes time to process it. And maybe this was also the time for you to actually process the whole, past situation, whatever it may have been. And now you're finally coming to terms thinking, actually, this was actually a pretty good idea. Not bad. I underestimated it. So, sometimes you have those moments and hopefully, this will resonate and stuff like that. For Justice Reverse, you feel imbalanced about the future, but you get the Eight of Wands. So you are incredibly still determined, though, it's like everybody, when you're riding this momentum of, of success or something, you're on this beautiful wave, you're on your water board, whatever, humans do, and you're pretty much, just heading off into a certain direction, but there's always that moment of feeling a bit imbalanced and insecure. And sadly, these are just emotions, and the thing is either A, they are necessary evil emotions where they're there for a reason, or B, they just suddenly just creep up on you just unexpectedly like that, where you just think, why am I thinking and feeling like this? Well, anything new, anything about the future always gives one a bit of an uneasy feeling about thinking, well, what does my future look like? Well, what you do right now will help determine what your future is all about. So don't just sit here passively and thinking, well, I hope that my future will change, because sadly, that's not how life is all about. So if you want to be able to feel confident again, just, keep up this beautiful determination of either traveling or just, that something is heading towards you or you're heading towards it. Strength Reverse, you lack courage and stuff like that because you're taking a leap of faith as a fool. Of course you are. When you're about to toss dice with something, everybody always has their little, what do you call them? I'll get to that word, but whenever you're about to embark on some kind of 50-50 chance, there's always that thinking of saying, oh my goodness, it's not going to work. I'm going to be a failure. I'm a loser. I'm a this and a that. All this negativity, that you're pretty much thinking because you don't have the confidence and strength within yourself. And, like that saying, we are always our worst critics and stuff like that. The most important thing is you always have to anchor yourself and remember yourself, just like the grounded earth sign that you are, to think, what? Okay. Let's, we'll rewind, things, back a little bit. And remember all of these good moments that I've achieved this. I've passed an exam. I got my driver's license. I had this and I had this, stuff like that. Whatever, humans, will know how, or any kind of achievement that you've done. Sometimes you have to anchor yourself and to remind yourself who you are. You don't have to stand in front of a mirror like, what some of these humans say. Just either write down your best qualities and say, what, actually, I'm starting to, to see that my confidence is growing back again. So it's up to you on what you want to do. But for the Queen of Cups, you get the Seven of Wands. So, you're definitely protecting and you're defending yourself. And there's a lot of nurturing and caring and supportive, anything, coming for you in the future. So, sometimes, it's like, well, this could be you, well, protecting all of your, beautiful, strong values and anything about yourself because you're doing a lot of self-care for yourself. You could have water or you could have fire somewhere in your star chart. But the thing is, it's like I do see a lot of self-care and you're just protecting yourself because, it's like you don't want to remain in a weak, position, right? You just want to actually get out there and try something out. And whenever you try something new out, it's always uncertain. Even for me, it's like when I woke up, from my 300-year slumber, this is exactly what I felt. I had no confidence within myself, and I was about to embark on something that I didn't realize was going to actually turn into such a beautiful success. But the thing is this was how I felt entirely. So, sadly, everybody feels like that. Your special card, you get the Four of Wands. Beautiful. Happy home, happy hearth, happy family. But this is also about you have a feeling good about yourself as well, you know, because, you know, what I told either Taurus or Gemini, one of those signs, to say, you know, you don't need to consider a house or any kind of residency as your home. Your body is also your home too. So if you feel like, you know, that you get a Four of Wands reverse kind of situation, it means that you also lack confidence and strength within yourself, just like this card right here. But if you get the Four of Wands upright, it shows that your strength and confidence is in a real, you know, top and beautiful position because you feel at home within yourself. So let's see what the Oracle has for my beloved Virgos. Sacrifice, renunciation, offering, and letting go. So if I were you, my beloved Virgo, okay, if there's any kind of sacrifice that needs to be made, okay, I would just, you know, let go of any kind of negativity. If you feel like, you know, well, you have to do some renunciation or something or offering. But I think, you know, you just have to let go of all the negativity, enjoy the rebirthing. You know, if something really did not work out in the past, you know, and you had to sacrifice something, okay, sometimes you have to let go. And I wouldn't do anything with offering per se, but I think that if there was any kind of sacrificial moment in your past, I would just kind of learn from any kind of, you know, negativity and try to improve, and you know, for in current times and in the future and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I just see for you, is that, you know, you just have to kind of let go of anything that just didn't work out and be very ambitious and goal oriented, because you got both Chariots in current times. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video and think about the questions you want to answer, because I already showed this card, but sadly it's a no because you get 10 of Swords. Okay. You get the Sun, which is a yes card, so maybe you have definitely, you know, Leo somewhere in your star chart. And sadly, I can't show this card for you, but you get Judgment upright, so there's definitely a yes. So you get 1 no and 2 yeses. Well, my beloved, beautiful Virgos, I'm going to have to leave it at this, but I just want to thank you all so incredibly much for supporting me and my channel. In a few days, I'm going to go back to love rings. I'm going to go back and forth between general love for now, but I just want to thank you all incredibly, and I love you guys so very much, so thank you all so much.